All right, guys. So we are in our second day of our lesson 1, unit 1, land and water for science. We're in local landscapes. Now, yesterday, you guys should have completed the explain and evaluate. Today, we're going to review, and then we're going to review and turn in our quiz actually all together. So unless you're not in class right now, you'll do it later. But if you are in class right now, we're actually all going to take it at the same time. It's only going to be 3 questions. After we do science, you guys have your art, health, or SEL lesson. I noticed that a lot of you guys have been turning them in. Some of you guys are sending me videos telling me about your weeks, about how happy you are, or what's something that made you sad and how you dealt with it. Some of you are sending me photos of different activities you did, whether it be an art for kids or a drawing that you did. Some of you guys are showing me videos of what you guys did for yoga, or what kind of peaceful mindfulness activity you did. Some of you guys, I see that you guys are reading books about, how to be more mindful, or how to take care of your body, or how to deal with emotions. So that's all really awesome and amazing. And whatever you guys do works for me. And then at the end of the day, don't forget to read 20 minutes. Now let's go over this science. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going to my science, I'm going to be looking at your screens. So what you guys are going to do right now for science is you guys are going to go to Google Classroom. So I see Nathan's at Google Classroom. You're going to click on that waffle, Nathan. Click on the waffle. And then you are going to, from that waffle, scroll all the way down till you hit Connect Ed. Okay, so Sierra's there. Sierra's going to, I'm sorry, not Connect Ed, McGraw-Hill. Yes, McGraw-Hill. So Sierra's going to click on McGraw-Hill, and then it's going to open up her McGraw-Hill account. Once she's in McGraw-Hill, you guys might need to go to our online independent study program. So right up here, she's already in it. If you're not already in it, if it says something else like Carver, Whitman, or Palms, that means that you're not in the right school. So you're going to have to click on this and then make sure you're in OISP. What that stands for is Online Independent Study Program. So she's already there. Sierra's already there. So she's going to just go ahead and click on 2021 Inspire Park. Okay. Same thing for Malin. She's already at the OISP. So she's just going to click on 2021 Inspire Park. Now, once you click on that, it looks like a lot of you guys are doing it. You're going to see a to-do activity. Let's skip that right now because we're going to do that afterwards. Okay. So let's go back to our science, and you guys are going to click on lessons. So you're going to see a little pencil. You're going to see a little pencil in the left-hand corner with the word lessons. We're going to go ahead and click on.
I'm there.
Awesome. We're going to go ahead and click on that because we're going to review for our quiz before we take it. Now, that to do is going to be whatever quizzes or work or assignments you guys need to do. But right now, we're going to click on lessons. So go ahead, Kaylee, go ahead and click on lessons. Well, we're not going to take that right now. So go ahead and exit out. We're going to do our assignment afterwards. We're going to click on lessons, that pencil. So Kayla Gonzalez, it looks like you're actually accidentally in Wonders. So go ahead and go to log out up here because you need to be in Inspire Science. So it looks like Malin clicked on lessons. Now what she's going to do is she's going to click on the notebook. Now that you've clicked on lessons, you guys are going to click on the notebook, and then you're going to click on that greater than symbol right next to Earth's Landscape Unit 1. And then you're going to click on Lesson 1, Local Landscapes. Perfect. So I see Sierra's there. Now, what we're going to do today is we're only going to look at the engage. If you want to look at all the other activities, you can, but I'm sorry. I always say engage because it's the first one. We're going to go to explain. So Sierra, go ahead and click on explain. And you're just going to open up that, and it's going to open up those 3 photos. All right, let's look at read about landscapes first. So you're going to open up read about landscapes, guys. Okay, if you're having trouble, you guys can rewatch this YouTube video and then follow along as needed, all right? So it looks like we've got some people on the landscapes. Okay, now what do you think of when you hear the word landscape? You might think of plants and flowers. A landscape is the stretch of land that has been seen from a place, that can be seen from a place. The landscape in one area might be high and on a slope or slant. The landscape in another area might be low and flat. It might be covered with trees or water. What is the landscape like around you? All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to click on that next, or that arrow that's going to take us to the next page.
I need help.
All right, so if you guys here, let's see. Okay, go ahead and click on lesson 1, local landscapes. Awesome, I see Ava's working on her activities. I'm gonna move on to the next page though, okay? So this was the questions that we answered yesterday. So because we've already did that yesterday, I'm gonna actually exit out. So go ahead and exit out of this, Sierra. I'm just gonna reread through some of the most important parts. That's gonna help you guys with your test today. Now click on read about maps. So then Russell, so you click on that notebook. Oh, actually, you're already in lesson 1. So just scroll down. So you're already in the right place. So just scroll down and then you're going to click on the button explain. All right, let's look through this really quick. One way to show what a map is like is to make a map. I'm sorry. One way to show what the land is like is to make a map. A map is a drawing of an area of Earth's surface. It can show you what the land and water are like in that area. Okay, let's go back to the top a little bit. Okay, scientists use maps. Many scientists depend on maps. They use maps to organize information and to share information with others. Look at the map below. It shows what the land is like in different areas. The rough tan areas show high land. The smooth yellow and green areas show low land. Thank you. Okay, now you can scroll all the way to the bottom to make sure we read through everything. Maps can also show cities, roads, and buildings. So they use symbols. They use symbols to show cities, roads, and buildings. Most maps have a map key. A map key uses the symbols, this will be on your test, to show where certain features are located. Many maps include a compass rose to show direction. So there's a map key with symbols. There might be like a symbol of like a school to show you where all the schools are. And then the compass rose shows you the direction. It shows you which way is north, south, east, and west. All right. All right, go ahead and click the next. Maps help scientists answer questions. This map answers questions about where lizards live. Look at the key. A lizard symbol marks each new place a lizard was found. A purple symbol marks each place a lizard was observed. So those are all symbols. These symbols help us understand different parts of what is on a map. All right, now okay, go ahead and click on the next page.
Did you say explain? I didn't hear what you said.
Explain. All right, now we're not going to rewatch this video. However, if you want to rewatch the video, you're more than welcome to do so before you take your test. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click exit. So go ahead and exit out. And then the last thing you're going to do is you are going to do landscape shapes. And so remember, if you want to watch that video, it's like a 3 or 4 minute video and it is very helpful. So if you want to rewatch that before you take your test today, you're more than welcome to do so. Go ahead and click read about landscape shapes. Perfect. All right. Some landscapes may remind you of shapes. Look at the photo below. What shapes do you see in the land? And you can say that you see triangles in the land. And then it's probably, I think that's, I don't know if there's another page. Let's see. Scroll down. Yes, and then go ahead and click next. And I think that's it. And then scroll down. Let's just make sure that there's nothing at the bottom of that page. Yep. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to exit out. And I'm going to take the test with you guys today. Okay, I want you guys to feel comfortable in science so that you guys can do it on your own. Remember, science and social studies are asynchronous activities. You guys need to be able to do these on your own. So I'm going to show you guys how to do them. And eventually I need you guys to be able to do it by yourselves. All right. Now click back to the top or scroll up. Click back to the top or scroll up. And then you're going to click home. And there's a symbol of home by showing you a picture of a house. Now, when you go back to home, you're going to see your to-do activity. Your to-do activity today is your lesson check local landscapes. You're going to click let's go. And I'm going to take this test with you guys. So everybody should be getting 100%. Now it's going to open up the assignment and then you're going to click on that blue check mark right here. There are only 3 questions today, and I'm going to answer them with you. All right, click Start Assignment. Okay, question number 1. Which are you least likely to see on a map of your neighborhood? So if we're looking at a map of our neighborhood, you might draw a picture of your house. You might draw a picture of a nearby park. You might draw a picture of the playground. You might draw a picture of your pool. You might draw a picture of your neighbor's house. Maybe there's like a Walmart or a mall or a baseball field. Okay. But what would you not see in your neighborhood? A continent. You would not see a continent in your neighborhood because a continent is very big. The only place that you would see a continent is on like a world map or a globe. So the least likely to see on a map of your neighborhood would be a continent. So C is not the right answer. In a neighborhood, it's like a small area, a small city. So you might see a mall, your mall, maybe the Cerritos Mall. You might see your house, but you would not see a continent. So go ahead and click C, everyone. And then click next question. Question number 2, the features of an area can be represented on a map using what? So if I'm trying to find where the nearest school is, if I'm trying to find where my house is, if I'm trying to find where the San Diego Zoo is, if I'm trying to find where the Cerritos Library is, most of the time what it will show you are symbols. There will be symbols on a map. We actually learned about this in social studies last week as well. People always use symbols on maps. Like if you ever see a treasure map, like maybe in a movie or a TV show, they'll usually have all these symbols where like X might mark the spot and they might have like a picture of a little treasure chest. There might be like a tree so that you know you have to go past the tree to get there. So symbols, the answer would be B. The features of an area can be represented on a map using symbols. Once you click symbols, you're going to go to next question. There would be symbols of maybe like a tree or a church or a bush or a house. And then this is your last question. A compass rose. A compass rose is going to be a symbol used on a map to show direction. Remember, on our compass rose that we were looking at yesterday, north was up, south was down, east was right, west was left. So then we would say, oh, the library is north of the zoo, or the zoo was south of the library, or my house was east of my neighbor's house. or my neighbor's house was west of my house. So the answer would be A, a symbol of the compass rose is used on a map to show you direction. For example, we live in Cerritos. So to the west of us is going to be the ocean. So if you ever wanted to go to the beach, you would have to drive west from Cerritos. If you wanted to go to the mountains, you would have to go north of us. North of Cerritos going up would be towards the mountains, and south of Cerritos going down, we could be going to like San Diego or Disneyland or Mexico. So you're going to click done and review once you're all done with your questions. It's going to be on the bottom right-hand corner. If you want to check your work, you're more than welcome to do so. And then you're going to click submit assignment. If you get to this page and you just exit out, it's not going to submit the assignment for you. You have to click submit assignment, and then you're going to click view score details. Once you see those kites, you're going to click view score details, and then you're going to see those circles, and then it's going to give you your percentage. If you don't see your percentage, then you did not turn it in. From there, if you got any questions wrong, you're going to scroll down to see which questions you got wrong, and it's going to always tell you the correct answer. All right. So that is how you guys are going to be doing science for today.